Hello and welcome to it's the last recording that we've made for the masterclass on the subtypes. And this idea here for a conclusion is just I hope that you've landed by now on a pretty good idea of what you think your type and subtype is. And these are some questions that you could ask yourself for your coaching conversations to really make sure that you do. And that's what my very first question is: what is your dominant instinct? That's the one that is going to be at the top, right? We all have all three. And dominant is the overall flavor of your given type that is going to flavor your type through that instinctual behavior. It's also the one that instinct, it's probably gotten you in the most trouble, especially when it comes to the idea of looking at these through a lens or a filter of what has led to my burnout, what has led to my biggest stress. So really getting a handle on that and how it creates patterns of behavior is super important. I think the second question is simply, I do hope by now that you all understand that idea of how an instinct is pure and free flowing and just regular old animal behavior, which has kept us as an organism alive and functioning for a very long time. They're pretty incredible. We all have all three of them in us. And when they're not filtered through the distortions of personality, they're great, right? They serve a purpose that nature gave us for a reason. Nature doesn't waste nature's energy. It gives us the things that we need as essential things we need so that the organism continues to survive and adapt. But what happens is the way it gets expressed is where the distortions lie. And then we call that instinct filtered through your personality a subtype. It's as simple as that. I think this third question is one to consider at some point in your growth work, is explore ways in which maybe you probably have identifying what that probable repressed instinct is in you, and then to explore like maybe why or how that came to be. And it's a little bit different than dealing with and taming the intensity of your dominant instinct. The repressed instinct is something to just kind of treat like a wounded puppy, and just kind of like take care of it. You don't have to be stern with it like you might have to be with your dominant instinct. You want to be gentle with your repressed instinct and let it come out gently, whether it is social, sexual, or self-preservation instincts, of course. And finally, this is an open-ended question. It's a good coaching question to consider. It's just, what steps for self-observation are you ready to take now based upon your current understanding of these types and subtypes and how they get expressed, especially for you in burnout and stress. So have grace for yourself, embrace the glorious mess that you are. And thanks for listening to this particular masterclass. Hope you've learned a few things. And of course, you know where to find us if you do have more questions. And we hope that you are scheduling those coaching sessions, and we will see you shortly.